Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday to you. It's time to end your week and kick off your weekend with a triple shot of good vibes. We've got a good topic today, so stay tuned for an all new episode of Project Joy Live right now. Happy Friday, everybody. Good morning. I'm your host, Jessica Dugas, and this is Project Joy Live. It's your triple shot of good vibes every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at that 9 a.m. Eastern Time hour. I hope you've had an amazing week. I'm going to tell you, I'm calling it right now. September already feels so much better than August did. Can I get an amen or three out there? Because August was wild. I just got done. I have a little family group that I keep, like family and close friends updated on family things and what happens. And I said a few months back I'm gonna try to do like an update at the end of each month. And I'm like 6 days into September, but I finally just did a little August rewind this morning. And I was saying how August felt like some sort of time warp. I don't know if any of you felt like that as well, but it felt like that to me. And so September already feels better than August did. So I will take it. I will take it. Listen, I had a great night out last night. I want to tell you about that. I have lots to share with you today, and it's going to be a great episode. So let's talk about it on the Morning Brew. Oh my goodness. So last night, you guys, we saw Beetlejuice. I'm not going to say it a third time because we know what happens. It was so good. It was good. There was one, I'm probably going to get in so much trouble for this. There's one little thing that sort of bothered me. First of all, the movie went by really quickly. And so I'm going to do this while saving the spoilers. You don't have to worry about, there's no spoiler alerts here, other than I will say, I wasn't thrilled with the song that was chosen for a lip sync scene. You all know in Beetlejuice 1, there's a lip sync scene where they sing to the Banana Boat song, Day-O, Day-O, right? I wasn't thrilled with the song that was picked, but it was still really amazing. I'm gonna save the spoilers for those of you who still need to go see it. But yes, we saw it at the regular theater last night. It was the premiere yesterday. It was kind of cute. They had a little decoration up. You could go take pictures in front of it. So I took a couple pictures of the kids in front of those like green glitter and the Beetlejuice character and all of that. But it's a great. I've shared before, I'm a very nostalgic person, so I really appreciate when a remake or a sequel is done well. And so many years later, I feel like we've waited a really long time for this. So it was fun. Also, thank you to everybody who came and watched Beetlejuice 1 Wednesday night in our virtual community. That was super fun as well. What else is going on over here? What else do I have to talk about today? I'm excited for this weekend because I don't have anything on the calendar for this weekend that I'm aware of. I'm going to look really quickly right now. Yeah, I have a leisurely weekend, which I'm thrilled about because next week is going to be super busy, you guys. We have a full day of Pomodoro on Monday. Tuesday and Wednesday are the World Building Expo that we're being featured in again, part of the Breakthrough Show Network. And then also, like, Tuesday's my busy day. Girls go to dance. I have Beyond 2D Tuesday night, and so lots happening next week. And yeah, I'm glad for I'm glad for a leisurely weekend this weekend. Let me know what you guys have going on the show today. I'm excited. So we have we're going to celebrate today. I've got national days to talk to you about. And in today's daily uplift, I'm going to be talking about joy and resistance. Joy and resistance. We hear that word a lot in the personal development community, and I want to kind of put a different twist on it for you today. And really I'm gonna kick your rear end this morning, but it's gonna be gentle and kind. So stay tuned with me for that during the daily uplift. We've got birthdays this afternoon, or this afternoon, later on in the show, not this afternoon, later on in the show. And then I got to talk to you about what's happening in the community the rest of the week. So all of that said, let's check in this morning. Miss Brittany is here in that front row seat. Miss Teresa is here. Yes, I am wearing my pajamas all day shirt today because pajamas all day. Why not? Yes, Jamad is here this morning. Jamad, did you see the picture I sent you? I sent you a picture in Messenger last night because there was a cute little thing on the movie theater, and it made me think of you. And so it's so funny that you're here this morning because I sent it to you last night in Messenger. Going to see it Saturday. I think you're gonna love it. Like I said, there's just that one thing. Deo, Banana Boat song was so iconic that I kind of just expected a little bit more. Okay, I'm just gonna leave it at that because I don't want to be. It was really good. It was really good. Yes, that song and scene is so amazing from the first one, so you kind of like expect that. Anyway, it was not a private theater. It's one of the luxury theaters. It has reclining seats. It's the only one. All of our theaters here are like that. We don't have any other ones that aren't like fancy. Hello, Connecticut. So yes, it was really good seats. It is a busy and exciting week next week. I'm very excited about everything to come. And all of that said, let's get into reasons to celebrate today. If you don't already have one, I'm celebrating that you're here, but there's more. So let's celebrate today. There's always a reason to celebrate, and I love to celebrate different national days. If you're a wine drinker, today is National Chianti Day, and all I can think of every time I hear Chianti is the line from Silence of the Lambs, which I'm not going to say on the show because it's too early to be talking about cannibalism here on the show. But if you like Silence of the Lambs, there's a scene and there's a line that Anthony Hopkins says with Chianti, and please nobody put that in the comments because it'll be weird. But that's such a good movie. In addition, it's National Food Bank Day. And will you guys just allow me to go on a minor rant for just one moment? It's National Food Bank Day. Stop giving expired food to the food banks. Okay. I'm just going to say that. Like, I've seen so many things lately, both from people that work in food banks and people that receive from food banks, that the amount of expired things is wild to me. And in addition, I really feel like there needs to be some sort of, I understand that it's asking a lot here, but I really feel like there needs to be some sort of reform or special programs or something for people who have allergies, sensitivities, and dietary needs. I think there is this sort of underlying mentality that people who are in need of foods should just be grateful for whatever they get. And I want to make it very clear that giving someone something that they have a food sensitivity, an allergy, or whatever to, or even if it was just a preference, because I will say this as being someone who's plant-based, when you go years and years and years without consuming meat or dairy or whatever else, my body knows when I eat meat or dairy or whatever else. Okay. And it's a bad situation. My health gets worse. We are not doing anyone good service to just tell them to be grateful for whatever they get and make them eat something that is not good for their bodies. So I feel like there's something that needs to be done. And when I saw that it was National Food Bank Day, I thought to myself, this is a great opportunity to talk about the two things that bug me beyond belief. That's one, giving expired food to food banks, and and the food banks for giving them out. Like, I understand everybody's struggling, but good night. And then the maybe something can be done to help people who have food allergies, food sensitivities, something like that, and maybe shift our mindset a little bit into everybody should just be grateful, into everybody deserves to eat food that is healthful for them. Can we just switch to that? I don't have my bell out here today, but I feel like that was a bell moment. So ding, ding. It's also National Lazy Moms Day. I could be here for this. I could be here for this. During the first Friday in September, National Lazy Moms Day delegates everyday mom jobs to someone else. So moms, if you don't want to make the bed, don't want to wash the dishes, whatever it is that your normal things and that you do, I'm not saying those are typical gender. Please just don't run with that. But whatever it is that you as a mom usually do, pass it off to someone else today. Be a lazy mom today. Take a nap. That's your pass. You're welcome. It's also, my daughter will be very happy to hear this, it's National Read a Book Day today. Read a Book Day. August 9th, we all celebrate National Book Lovers Day. And so on September 6th, it's inviting us to read. So we celebrated the book lovers, and now everybody's being encouraged to read. So then you'll all become book lovers and can celebrate next August. In addition, and finally, it is National Coffee Ice Cream Day. I love coffee ice cream. In fact, I'm going to make some of that a little bit later, get it in the freezer so I can enjoy it with my Ninja Creamy later. And that's that. Let me go. Nancy said fava beans. That's all I'll say. Yes, that was such a great line. In Silence of the Lambs. Jason's here this morning. Good morning, Jason. Always good to see you. 100%. Yes, no expired food. And it's so hard to find dairy-free at food banks. Can we just do better? Can we just do better? That's all. That's all I'm asking for. It was a bell moment. I just don't have one. I agree. Sometimes going to the food bank makes you feel worse. The fresh food I'm excited to get is limp, moldy, and not healthy. And a lot of the cans have things I'm not supposed to have. 100%. And so again, we just need to do better. We just need to do better. Yes, you can cross stitch all day long. All day long. Brittany was saying, absolutely. It does make you feel worse when someone provides you food that they wouldn't even eat. It's another bell moment. Ding, ding, ding. And we are just supposed to be grateful. Yeah. Supposed to be and grateful should not go together, period. End of story. And that's all I'm going to say about that. All of that said, let's move on to the daily uplift, because today I want to talk to you about joy in resistance. It's a good one. All right, my friends, we've talked about joy in a lot of things. And I was thinking about, I think we might have inadvertently side swiped resistance, but not in the way that I want to dive into today. But if you've been around the personal development world for any length of time, you've probably heard resistance talked about like it's the ultimate roadblock. Let me know if you've heard it spoken about in that way. Resistance being like a block, you need to overcome it, crush it, defeat it. And I cannot stand that phrase, crush it. That's a whole other show. Overcome it, crush it, defeat it. But I want to kind of switch things up a little bit today and tell you that resistance doesn't always have to be seen as a bad thing. And I want to dive into that with you today. So resistance can show up in a variety of ways. It doesn't always come in the form of fear or procrastination that we recognize immediately. Sometimes resistance is a little more subtle. It might look like constantly being late to meetings or commitments that matter to you. It could be avoiding certain tasks altogether, even the ones that you know are crucial to your growth. I know we've had this conversation session on the show before where we talk about, do our actions match the words that we say? And a lot of times, this is what I'm talking about today. We recognize that they don't. Our actions don't line up. We will say, oh, I want to have a clean house. I want to eat better. I want to lose weight. I want to work out more. And we say we want to do all these things, but maybe we're constantly late. Maybe we're not showing up. Maybe our alarm is constantly not going off or whatever the situation is. Maybe you're just too busy to show up at all. Your calendar gets full, and suddenly that thing that you were excited about gets pushed aside. But here's the thing, when you feel that kind of resistance, it's a moment to ask, what am I resisting and why? Are you resisting out of fear of failure, fear of success? Are you simply avoiding something uncomfortable? Is this something new and you're like, oh, I don't know what to expect. So it could just be a subconscious, like, oh, well, we're not going to show up. The beauty in this is that resistance is never final. Resistance is simply an invitation to reflect. So I want you to think about this today as resistance equals reflection. Resistance equals reflection. When we encounter resistance, instead of bulldozing through it, charging ahead recklessly like we do, instead of labeling it as bad or negative, we can choose to see it as an invitation. And it's a moment to take a breath, sit in stillness, and ask ourselves the big questions. Why is this showing up? What is the lesson here? Sometimes resistance might be nudging us to change direction, take a detour, or adjust our sails because the wind has shifted. And that's okay. But here's the kicker, and I need you to lean into this with me. Sometimes when we reflect on our resistance, we discover that we're actually on the right path already. We're doing the right thing, but it's hard. It's uncomfortable. This is where things get exciting because this is where we need to ask ourselves, what else do I need to continue? If I know that I'm on the right path right now, what is keeping me from showing up? What are those excuses or things that we're throwing in the way of not being there? And so it's really, really important. But this is the essence of joy in resistance. Because in that moment, when you reflect and realize you're on the right path, it's not about giving up or backing down. It's about stepping up, kicking your own ass, so to speak. It's about saying, okay, I'm feeling resistance, but I choose to move forward. I choose to keep going, but this time with new eyes, new energy, and a renewed sense of purpose. See, this is one of the interesting things about me. I'm always one that's leaning into that feeling of new beginnings. I love a morning. I love a Monday. I love a new year. I love a birthday. I love anything that symbolizes that newness. But the truth is that newness can be any moment. We can start new at any time. So we can choose to go, okay, I'm going to see this new, I'm going to bring a new energy and a renewed sense of purpose to what I'm trying to do right now. But let's be honest for a second. How many times have we used resistance as an excuse to quit? Oh, this is too hard. I guess it's not meant to be. Or this keeps happening, so it must be the direction. I must be on the wrong path. But here's the thing. Resistance is not here to defeat you. It's the test to your commitment. I have said time and time again, when I've set an intention and things get really hard, it's testing me. It's saying, how bad do you really want this? Are you willing to rise up and figure out what else is needed to keep going? Maybe you need more support. Maybe you need to learn a new skill. Maybe you need to let go of a limiting belief that's been holding you back. Whatever it is, resistance is your chance to dig in deep and find out. So, if on reflection, you realize you're exactly where you need to be, this is where the joy comes in, because there's joy in the opportunity to recommit to your path, to gather your strength, to push through with more determination and clarity than ever before. There's joy in saying, I'm not making excuses anymore. I'm going to go all in and do this. So the next time you feel resistance, don't see it as an end. Don't see it as a failure. See it as a moment to reflect, assess, and then make a choice, a new choice if necessary. Maybe you need to change course. Maybe you need to surrender and just say, this is it. I just need to do it. But if the path you're on is still the one calling to your heart, then take that moment to gear up, realign, and most importantly, to keep moving forward with joy because you are equipped for the journey ahead. And if you're not, reach out to people, look for resources. Don't allow different excuses to get in your way of those things that you say that you want. If you feel connected to it, go for it. Let resistance be your reminder that you are powerful, that you have choices, and that you are capable of creating breakthroughs beyond your wildest dreams. So choose joy in every moment, especially in the face of resistance. Especially in the face of resistance. All right, let me go check in with the comments this morning. We got Juju out here this morning. Good morning. We got Mandy here. Good morning. Good to see you. Let me. So true today. Yes. I'm sick of her calling us out, but part of the reason why I appreciate it. I appreciate it. It is a test to your commitment. It needs to go on a sticky note for sure. When it's not always, it's so easy, you guys, when things go awry or not the way we expect or envisioned or planned or whatever, for us to go, well, this must mean I'm not on the right path. No, sometimes it's like, hey, are you really committed to this or not? What is this resistance that's coming up and why? Could it be that you need to go all in a little harder? A little harder. Resistance is futile. There it is. I just got here, but I needed this. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. Yes, you are powerful and capable. 100%. I'm here to help. I'm here to help. And like I've said before, this is coming from when I share topics on this show, it's because I've been going through it myself. Project Joy was always intended to be a sort of ode to my own life, if you will. And I think it's so important that when I experience these things, that I evaluate it and then come and share it with you, because I figure y'all need it as much as I do. Just the other day, I did what you said, Jessica, about just doing something new. You took a boat ride. Oh my gosh, that's so much fun. So much fun. Yes, do the new things. And if you feel the resistance, be like, why? What is this? And where is it coming from? Do I need to double down and get in there and get it done? Or do I need to change directions? But so often we are changing directions because we're scared. We're scared. That resistance comes up because we're scared. Because we may have had an experience before that changed our perspective. But an experience is an experience. It is it by itself. You know what I mean? Like, you're just because you had an experience one time, like say for example, Mandy's boat example, say you had gone on a boat and it didn't go well. Say you got seasick. Maybe that seasickness was because you ate something weird before. Maybe it was because the seas just happened to be rough that time. But maybe the next time you get on a boat, the seas won't be rough. Maybe you didn't eat something weird before it. It's like every situation that you're in is unique to itself. Don't allow something that happened once to hold you back from trying again. It's so important. I'm so glad that it was helpful. I'm so glad. And it is time to grow 100%. All of that being said, you guys, we're going to take a quick break, check out the Friendship Paradox coming up, the Breakthrough Show Network, and we're going to come back with birthdays and announcements and all that fun stuff. So stay tuned. We'll be right back after this.
On April 4th, I was 90 years old, grandson of slaves. My parents were first generation free. A long time ago, I embraced the definition of love. Love is the experience of well-being. And a friend is one who mutually shares that experience of well-being with you. which opens up almost infinite creative possibilities.
Breakthroughs are about more than you might think. They're about discovering who you are, digging deep, reaching to the core of your soul. They're about healing yourself, understanding your beliefs, creating a ripple effect. And it's not just those initial moments that matter. It's about using them to bring more joy into our own lives and the lives of others. It's about having fun, letting loose, enjoying every moment life has to offer. It's about finding a safe space. It's about creating connection. Join us each and every day for exclusive programming, special events, and a community to call home, where we invite you to explore, change the way you look at and live your life, and go beyond the breakthrough. So we ask you, are you ready? We'll see you online at thebreakthroughshow.com.
Welcome back to Project Joy Live. It is Friday, September 6, 2024. And it tickles me so much when every time we play the Friendship Paradox teaser trailer that came out, everybody starts talking about Caldwell Williams' voice. And I just think of him as our own personal Morgan Freeman. It's what it is. He's so soothing to listen to. And I have to give you a little, I have to kind of admit that when we were doing the recording, I kind of zoned out a little bit because I was so soothed by Caldwell's voice. I was just kind of like, oh, and then I'm like, oh, what's my question? I don't even know. So it'll be a wonder if the documentary makes any sense when it actually comes out, you guys. But I am so excited for it. 100%. I'm just tickled. And also Jamad said, you got to stay present. The past is so the past, 100% with what we were talking about. I think that's a great way to kind of work through resistance a little bit, is working on bringing yourself back to center. I've heard some people say this before, that they'll repeat now. And it kind of, what's really funny about that? It reminds me of Beetlejuice. We're watching it last night, when they say the name 3 times, they kind of go in Beetlejuice's world. But then all they have to do to get home is just say home, home, home. Right. And even think about the Wizard of Oz. Dorothy, in order to get home, she clicks her heels, she makes a noise or makes a sound, and it's like, there's no place like home. There's no place like home. So that's a really good thing, to be able to stay present. It helps us work through that resistance that comes up. 100%. Can't wait for the Friendship Paradox. Yes, so exciting. Nancy saying, tried out the new workouts in the Breakthrough Gym and had a blast. I'm feeling it. Yes. I hope everybody comes and checks out the gym and the Breakthrough Show Network virtual community, because there's a lot of good videos in there, and some throwback ones too. We got some Sweat into the Oldies in there with Richard Simmons. We got Jody Watley workout, which that was a whole vibe when I was in middle school. So fun times is what we have here in the Breakthrough Show Network. And with that, one of the things that brings me so much joy is celebrating birthdays with y'all. So let's do it.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to all those that are celebrating. In the world of celebrity today, rapper Foxy Brown is 46 years old. I haven't heard from her in a minute, but she had a vibe back in the day, and she's gorgeous. Happy birthday, Foxy Brown. Another amazing singer, Macy Gray, 57 years old today. I try to say goodbye and not choke. You know that song? Such a good song. Roger Waters, frontman for Pink Floyd, is 81 years old today. Roger Waters also passed away in 2016, but Dolores, lead singer of the Cranberries, had a birthday today. And actress Rosie Perez is a big 6-0 today. She's a riot. Rosie always cracks me up. In the worlds of celebrities in my life, we have William Lewis has a birthday today. Happy birthday, Bill. Just talked to him yesterday. Wild. My cousin Philip Dawson has a birthday today. Old school friend Russell Perry, and my uncle Tony has a birthday over the weekend. So lots of amazing birthdays to celebrate today. It's amazing. It's amazing. So let's get our birthday song on. Here we go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Foxy Brown, Macy Gray, Roger Water, Dolores, Rosie Perez, William Lewis, Philip Dawson, Russell Perry, and Uncle Tony. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to all those that are celebrating. I hope you have an amazing day. Celebrate all months. At the start of September, just have the whole month and celebrate it. Why not? It would be a blast. I just saw the sweetest comment in the whole wide world come in here, and you just have no idea what you just made my whole day. Thank you so much, ZTKRX. I'm not even going to try to pretend like I would know what that says, but ZTKRX, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I'm so glad that you're here today. Listen. It's morning. I try over here. Let's talk about what's happening on the Breakthrough Show Network the rest of today and going into next week. I'm so excited. That's my friend, Dr. Dre, right there. Because we're best friends. We're besties. He just doesn't know. Coming up this afternoon or this morning, we have virtual co-working happening. All you have to do is go to the breakthroughshownetwork.club, the breakthroughshownetwork.club. Go check that out. You'll see all of our rooms there. Go into the collaborative workspace. You can join us for virtual co-working. We work from what time? 10 to 12 today. Check in at 9:55. We work from 10 to 12. All you have to do is bring you and your to-do list, no matter what it is. You want to read a book, you want to write a book, you want to do chores, you want to do schedule and post, you want to make graphics, whatever it is that you're working on right now, just bring yourself and bring that, and we will celebrate you and hold you accountable for those things. Speaking of accountability, if you've been resisting putting off certain things in your life and business, come and we will hold you accountable and celebrate you because you're going to get it done. We have our host meeting tonight for all those that are hosts, event hosts, and show hosts, 6 p.m. Eastern time in our virtual community as well. Tomorrow, we have Soul Saturday Morning Coffee. As always, every Saturday, 9:30 a.m. Eastern time. You can come and join us for that. On Sunday, we have an all-new episode of Spirit Sessions at 12 p.m. We have the replay of mine and Kevin's episode of Magical Melodies Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern time. Monday, full day of co-working happening from 10 to 7, open all day. You can drop in. I will be back here for Project Joy Live with Miss Brittany on Monday, Miss Olivia on Tuesday or Wednesday, and Fun Friday on Friday. We've got the World Building Expo happening on Tuesday and Wednesday. You guys can check that out. Everything can be found on our calendar. Again, go to the breakthroughshownetwork.com or .club, and you can check that out and join us for anything your heart desires. We would love to have you there. I'm your host, Jessica Dugas. Thank you so much for being here today. I appreciate you. And I want to remind you to make joy a priority in your life today and every day, because you are the joy, my friend. And we'll see you next time. Have a good weekend, everybody. Bye.
And I've been lifting myself up.